What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Glanimal, and today we're going to be talking about one of my most favorite topics, and that is self-improvement. Self-improvement not only made up this channel, but it also made me the man I am today. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes and think about where you were a year ago today. Think about your financial situation, your relationships, your confidence, your social skills. Think about all factors of your life. Give yourself a second here. I'll wait. All right, open your eyes. I want you to ask yourself, are you in a better situation now, or were you in a better situation back then? If the answer is you're in a better situation now, chances are you've been trying to improve yourself, probably for quite a while. But if the answer is no, chances are you probably want to improve yourself, hence why you clicked on this video. This video is designed for both of those people. I'm gonna give you 4 steps that are not only gonna help you improve your life, but it's also gonna help you maximize your efforts. It's very easy to overcomplicate self-improvement. It's very easy to not only get distracted by things that don't matter, but also to lose sight of what is truly important, and that is improvement. I mentioned in one of my other videos, it was the confidence one. I mentioned in that video about the 1% rule, where you need to improve yourself 1% every single day. And that's not saying that you shouldn't try to strive for bigger goals and try to be better in a much more broad sense. It's implying that as long as you're improving every single day, by next year, you will be a different person. See, people forget that. A lot of people think they need to be like Andrew Tate tomorrow. A lot of people put way too much pressure on themselves, and they end up cracking under pressure and destroying all of their progress because they end up thinking that they're just simply not good enough. But the truth is, Elon Musk wasn't born rich. Andrew Tate and his brother were both broke as fuck. You think that they just simply got rich overnight? No, it took trial and error, fuck up after fuck up, lesson after lesson. And eventually, they caught onto a pattern, and they used their experience and utilized it, and made themselves more resilient and more skilled and able to conquer obstacles more efficiently. It sounds pretty simple when I put it that way. A lot of people like to overcomplicate self-improvement. It may be simple. However, there is one equation that people leave out. I want you to think of a tree. What keeps a tree anchored to the ground and allows it to grow? It's their roots. Now, roots are a metaphor for our utility, our usefulness, our skills, our experience. It gives us our resiliency, and it gives us something to fall back on when all else fails. Without those roots, it'll end up just falling to the ground and it's unable to sustain itself. But if you are able to build enough roots, you are able to hold yourself up and keep yourself going even when you fail. Your utilities are basically your safety net for your fuck-ups. If you were to lose everything today, what skills do you have that you can use to keep yourself afloat? Like Crash Bandicoot, he always had a checkpoint that he can use to, when he dies, can go back to that checkpoint and continue from there. That's what skills are capable of doing for your life. If you don't build up repetition, you're not going to be able to find a checkpoint that you can fall back on when you fail, because you're going to fail. People are so scared of failure that they don't even want to find a checkpoint because they're admitting to themselves that they're going to fail at some point. You need to be able to be honest with yourself and tell yourself that you're going to fail. Where can I fall back on when you do? Now, I'm not saying to purposely fail, but you do need to be ready when you do. Now, let's step back a bit. Step 1 on the list is to kill your arrogance and to be honest with yourself. A lot of people, when they want to seek self-improvement, they find it very easy to blame people and also not take advice at the exact same time. But what you need to do is tell yourself what exactly is your problem. You need to be honest with yourself. Kill your arrogance and be able to take advice. You are not able to grow unless you're able to look at yourself and say, this is where I'm wrong. What can I do to fix it? You need to kill your arrogance and start being honest with yourself. Now, step 2 is make the move. You need to start building up repetition as much as you possibly can. You want to be a salesman? Make some phone calls every single day. Make some cold calls and face rejection over and over and over and over. Not only will you build a resiliency to it, but you'll also get better at your communication skills and you'll learn what does work and what doesn't work. Build up your repetitions, build that experience, and get better on your own. Now, every single step on this list is extremely important, but this one I want to emphasize on the most. Nowadays, people have horrible attention spans. They should have been taught this a long time ago, but it's very hard to teach nowadays with the amount of distractions there are. But you need to have patience. I know, it's so scary to wait for one thing to happen, but there's a cheat code for that. A lot of people think patience means sit back and wait and just do nothing. Wrong. What patience is, it's your ability to find a healthy distraction. When I post a YouTube video, sure, I may look at my views and my comments and my likes and get excited over the growth, but I don't just do that all fucking week. I have a life. I go to the gym, I go to work, I have a lot of responsibilities. I'm a father and a husband. I have a lot of things to do. I have healthy distractions. Yes, YouTube is a huge part of my life and I care about it so fondly. However, I don't just sit there and stare at the screen and watch the numbers go up. It'd be stupid, it'd be unrealistic, and I wouldn't be able to get anything done. I have to find healthy distractions. That being going to the gym or cleaning out the sheds, whatever it may be. I find something productive to do in the meantime while I wait for my growth to happen. Now, the fourth and final step hits home to me because it was my downfall. It made me so much worse because this one step I completely lost sight of. I plan on making a whole video about this. It's a whole story about how I became the man I am today, but I'm going to make it very shortened just to deliver the point. You must stay humble. No matter what happens, no matter how good you're doing, if you get too cocky, it'll end up biting you in the ass. You got to keep in mind, especially if you're young, like I was, there are people that are better than you and much more qualified than you, and if you get too cocky, they're not going to want to help you, and you're going to end up lying to yourself enough times that you're so awesome that it's impossible to improve. I had my biggest downfall of my life because I ignored this one. Yes, I think patience is probably the most emphasized one on the list, but this one is extremely necessary because it'll turn all your progress into nothing. You need to stay humble. You need to stay honest, and you need to seek improvement at all times. Don't give up on any of these steps. Don't lose sight of that. If you're able to stay humble, you're able to remind yourself what is important. Now, we've reached the end of this video. I just want to say that I appreciate everything you guys have done, all the subscribers, all the comments, all the likes. I love the engagement. It keeps this exciting for me because I know this channel has a long way to go. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I want to improve these videos. My goal is to improve them every single time. I get a lot of feedback at work, but I'd love for the people that I don't see every day to leave some feedback in the comments because it helps me tremendously. If you guys have not seen my last video about procrastination, this video is not going to help you much because if you're procrastinating, it's going to fuck you up anyways. If you guys have not seen my first video, it plays a huge role in this video as well. It's about 3 reasons why you don't have any energy. Yes, you should be able to be productive even if you don't have energy. That's what discipline is all about, but it does help to increase your energy levels. Thank you for watching, Glanimal. I appreciate all of the support. It means so much to me. Stay on that Glanimal grind set. Y'all have a good one.